Now, when I look at my projector, the first things first, let me clear my throat. Don't know what's going on with that right there. Let me clear my throat. But first things first, let's talk about these high-end projectors on the market. All right. P2 is actually an amazing projector, but the problem is projectors can only work as well as the screens are being displayed on. If the screens are crap, then guess what? The projectors are going to look like crap at the end of the day. And some of these companies and hobbyists will use a high-end projector to make their products look good. At the end of the day, that's what they do. They'll do to make the screen look good, but this is quite impressive. So I look at some of these demonstrations for the promo for the P2, and in this demonstration, this is what I liked about their demonstrations. Always well-lit environments, plenty of white light in the background. It looks absolutely amazing. And they're using it in this kind of lighting. They don't even have a condensed lighting zone at all, period. So this is a 120-inch screen on display. Very nice demonstration. Of course, I know the screen they're probably using the demonstration is not screen paint of the day, or not the cheap paint, that the house paint, but it's basically probably using a very high-end, a really high-end projection screen, because it's maintaining color and contrast with no problem. Contrast, like I said, it's not going to be as dark as a dark black screen, but still very impressive demonstration. That's what I liked about the P2's demonstration. Always fully lit. So basically, this is a projector that is designed to be set up like your home setting. Like if you have a TV in your home, this is supposed to replace a TV in your home. This is not meant to be used in a dark environment. You see how they come walking in? You see how the whole entire environment's well lit? This is the way it's supposed to look. This is how well lit the environment is supposed to be. It's not supposed to be in a dark environment where you can barely see anything. That's how you know something's wrong. But chances are, like I said, they're probably using a high-end, high-performance screen, and that shows you at the end of the day that a house paint is not going to be able to do the same thing as a advanced screen. Our technology could do this with no problem whatsoever, and we don't even need an ultra-short though projector to do it, or expensive projectors to do it. We can pull this off with no problem. But as I said before, this is the way it's supposed to be displayed. Let's go over to, really quick, I'm going to look at other people who have this P2 projector and how they're displaying it. This is another one, another of the promos, which I thought was absolutely amazing, where they had the entire family sitting around in the family setting. Like I said, very good promo demonstration. Very, very good promo demonstration. Let me get this up a little better. Very good promo demonstration. Fully lit environment, plenty of white light coming through the environment. Bright, beautiful, perfect. This is what these projectors are designed to do. That's why I said people have these projectors, don't even know what they have at the end of the day. This projector is not supposed to be in a dark environment 24/7. This is a setting you're supposed to have it in. When I watch these demonstrations are in dark environments. You can barely see the screen. You can barely make out objects in the environment. If that was their promo from the beginning, I might as well just buy me a TV at the end of the day, because why in the world would I buy that if I got to be stuck in a dark environment? Curtains blacked out. No. See that? That's how your screen is supposed to react. A lot of you not. But I guarantee what they got sitting against that wall is probably about $3,000, $5,000 projection screen. You get what you paid for. So if you're watching demonstrations on that projector in a dark environment constantly all the time, there is something wrong with the screen. This is where I like to go back and I like to check the companies on how they portrayed the projectors, like the ones I have downstairs. I'm curious what they look like before we got our hands on them. Look at this right here. Look at that. That's how your environment is supposed to look. This is what they're selling. They're selling a projector that you don't have to change your environment. One of the biggest gripes that people have against projection screen setup, and I go into these TV forum sites, the first thing they'll say is, oh, I'm not getting that crap at the end of the day. What, so I can turn my house into a cave? Got to darken my windows? Nah, I'm good. I'm just going to get a TV. Go into a TV forum sites where they're talking about their LGs and OLEDs and all that stuff, those different forum sites they have, and bring up the word projector in that environment and see what happens. Oh, no, 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 no. Who would want that crap at the end of the day? Got to be in the dark all the time. I don't want to be in the dark. I'm not turning my living room into a cave for that. There you go. There you go. But then when we go in there and we have conversations with them, I can show them my screen sitting up there at 127 inches. And I'm not using, oh, you probably got, for instance, that you spent some money for some really expensive projector, some 4K laser, whatever. No, that projector over there is 600 by 800, 720p. It's an SVGA projector. I paid $150 for it. There you go. There's the game changer right there. Because they know any projector they get is going to be better than the one I'm using in the demonstration. I am 18 feet from my screen. My screen's 127 inches and it sits in a bay of windows. Not tucked away in a little corner where it's dark, where you have very little light. No, in a bay of windows. Not sitting to the side where you have a sofa blocking half your screen, half the window light, and the shade pulled halfway down. No, an actual window light. So when they see that demonstration, that gives them options. So if they don't want to use a TV, they can have that massive giant screen experience without having to turn their environment into a cave. We can thrive in this environment easily. Gray screen paint ain't going to work in here at all, period. Not at all. It's going to have issues. That's why this environment is producing this projector. And yes, right here, that's the Cinemax Pro. Right there, that's the demonstration. I mean, if I buy that projector, I expect to be able to use it in that exact same environment. They're going to tell me right from the door when I'm buying that projector, you can't use it with a gray screen. You're going to need either a dark gunmetal screen or something that's going to be to pull the image up and reflect more light. That's what they're going to request. They're going to request you to have that thing with a gray screen. So they're not selling the projector as a strictly movie projector. They're selling the projector as an all-around TV set top that you can have in your environment, and you don't have to change your environment for the projector. So how come the demonstrations I keep seeing are in these dark, dark environments? They don't match the demonstration here. That's the problem. I don't see. I don't see it. This is the advertisement for it. How come I'm not seeing demonstrations that are doing the same thing that they're doing in here? Again, nothing wrong with the projector. Presentation is amazing, absolutely amazing. So how come I don't see the same demonstrations? Now I go back here and I go to look up that projector and I see very few people doing that demonstration with that projector. You know why? Because that projector is set up to a very advanced projection screen, and I guarantee it's probably gunmetal. They know if they bring a darker screen in there, that screen, number one, is going to maintain its contrast, focus, and colors, and that screen is going to be designed to eat a ton of ambient light. But I keep, oh, that's us outside of the 180 inches. That's a whole nother story by itself, but yes, that's us. But anyway, so this is over here. This one has the, oh, good gracious, I hate these projectors. We're not going, I want to see more on this P2 projector. Someone's got a P2 projector in here. Let's see what we got going on here. And again, I rest my case. Why is the environment that dark? Again, this is a projector that's supposed to be designed. Colors washed out. Definitely colors washed out. I can see that. Not to criticize the video and all, but again, look how dark the environment is. This is why people who basically buy TVs don't want projecting screens. They don't want the paint. They don't want none at the end of the day because they don't want to turn their living room into this. So every time you use this projector, you got to turn on all the lights in your environment to do this. The whole object of this projector is to use it like a TV. And yet, You might just go out and just buy yourself a long throw projector because, let's face it, you're just going to be in the dark. The whole fact of ultra short throw is the fact that the distance throw is much, much shorter, which means you're going to lose less of your lumens when it makes contact with the screen. Other than long throw, you're going to be sitting farther back. You're going to lose a ton of lumens, and that's what's going to make the screen difficult to pull up in a fully lit environment. But because your distance throw is shorter, you're going to be able to maintain a brighter and more vivid image and better contrast because the distance throw isn't there, and that way you'll be able to maintain a better image. So what's the point of having all that technology and having the projector sitting that close if you're doing the exact same thing that a long throw will do? And again, like I said, we don't have these demonstrations. So we don't even have that projector and have these demonstrations. So this is pretty bad. It's sitting in the dark. I mean, I'm not worried the image, but that's bad that you're going to be in an environment that dark. Let's go find another one. Anybody else got this projector in a fully lit environment? Let me see. This is around the best one I've seen so far. At least he has more light. It's not a well-lit environment, but it's a well-lit environment, and also two screen size. Again, they'll keep it at 100 inch because at 100 inch, it means the screen is going to be able to pick up a more sharper and vivid image because the pixels are going to be much more sharper and tighter together. They can't go outside that rim. That screen's going to have the projector's going to have some very serious issues. So they can't go at 120 or 148 because the projector's going to start having issues from the door because the screen can't produce it. But this is one of the other demonstrations I've seen that actually was much better than the rest of the ones I've seen. At least he's actually using light, but again, he's on a 100-inch screen. The pixels are compressed, giving a much more tighter, more vivid image. Not really maxing out the equipment at all, is he? But still, very nice demonstration. Better than the rest of the ones I've seen, because all the other ones I've seen were just in the dark. And this guy right here is doing this demonstration. Bright, beautiful colors. But again, where's the contrast? Where's the color patterns? This is why I don't see enough in these demonstrations. So much missing from the demonstration. How does this react to blue, green, red, different colors? How does it look against other products? Where's the true contrast levels? I ain't seen it. But still, much better job than the rest of them, because at least he did it in a fully lit environment, where this fellow back here went complete Batman mode at the end of the day. That is too dark to have ultra short throw sitting in. If that's the case, just go buy a TV or just get a long throw. But you're gonna spend $3,300 to sit in the dark like this. That doesn't make any sense. That's why I said when you got people that lie to you on camera, tell me, oh, but this is where it's supposed to be. No, 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 no. That's an ultra short throw. You are not supposed to be in an environment that dark. That's what they're not advertised. I'm pretty sure that Optima did not advertise that projector that way. So you're not supposed to be in the dark with it. The reason why, there's nothing wrong with the projector. The projector is perfectly fine. The screen is what makes the projector. Not supposed to be in the dark that way. You might as well go and get a TV. This is what your living room is going to become at the end of the day. Now, I can see if you got a dedicated theater room, yeah, it's designed to be in the dark, but this is not for dedicated theater rooms. You don't see ultra short throw projectors in dedicated theater rooms. They're not designed for that. There's a purpose for that projector. Again, this is what you're supposed to be seeing. This is how they advertise the projector. See? You see how well lit that environment looks? Yes, that's how you're supposed to use that projector. The whole object of that projector is to show you that you do not have to be in the dark. You can use it like a TV. So how come every demonstration I run across with that projector is sitting in a cave? That's how it's supposed to look. So the people who actually own the machine do not know what they're doing at the end of the day, because that's how they advertise it. If that wasn't the case, that would be false information. Wouldn't that be a lot of false information on their behalf if that projector couldn't do what it's supposed to do? It can do. You're just going to spend the money for that screen to be able to do it. If you don't have the $3,000 or $5,000 for a gunmetal screen that has the capability of being able to pull up environments like that, you're going to have to basically subject yourself to other products that can't. We don't use P3s, P2s over here, and our screens can pull up in fully lit environments. I can project off my ceiling with a lamp, it's like right in the middle of my screen with no problem. So if we can do that on outdated projectors, someone who has this projector can't even do the same demonstration we have right here. Yeah, there you go. You can go back to the old demonstrations on our products, and every last one of those demonstrations, those projectors are sitting in dark environments with washed out images. We got the same projector over here from 12 years back, and we could take that projector outside and blast out 150 inch, 180 inch, dual 150s inside, ceiling, floor, whatever we want. But this is what you're supposed to get out of that projector. This is what they advertise. Can it do this? Oh, heck yeah, it can. It's going to spend some serious money, that's all. Because in this demonstration, they're using a high-end projector screen. If you don't have that money for that screen, you're not producing that image at the end of the day. You will be in the dark. No, but they don't tell you that, do they? No, they never do. They never do. That's a demonstration. Here's the second one version of it. See, they got the whole family sitting around. Whole area is well lit. They got a lot of white in the environment to make it look like it's very well lit. That's why I'm glad we went and we did all our demonstrations yesterday, because it's raining right now. But this is how this projector, that's why I like to go back and look at the actual projectors, how they had them on display. And you got people sitting in the dark, literally so far in the dark, you can literally see light pushing through the peephole and around the curtains. That dark. That's how the projector is supposed to be displayed. And even with that technology they got, and again, at the end of the day, they can't produce contrast, they can't produce the color correctly, because we have the majority of most of the sample sheets on the market. The only two we're actually missing is a Dragonfly and Screen Innovation, and that's it. We have just about everything we own over here. But that's how that screen is supposed to work. So when people look at this, the first thing they think is, oh man, that's amazing. That means I can be in a fully lit environment. I don't have to darken my living room, because people don't want to be in a dark living room all day long. They don't want that crap. Oh man, this is fantastic, man. But then they get it home and they set it up and they realize that the colors don't pop, color does not producing right. You know what I mean? The image is washed out. They turn the lights on, it fades. What the freak just happened? Like, I just bought this. Yeah, again, projectors only are as good as the screen that they are displayed on. If you have a screen that is a poor screen, you will be in the dark. Your screen will wash out and fade. I only seen like one person. He had a $3,000 screen, of course. By the way, while you guys are struggling with being in dark environments, this is what we do. That's a 300, sorry, that projector cost me $350, and that's a 180-inch screen outside. Not even on ultra short throw, at long throw. So you would expect for ultra short throws to do much better, because again, like I said, distance throw isn't there. And since distance throw isn't there, your image is not going to deteriorate as fast as a long throw, which has to travel a great distance to make contact with the screen, which means the lumens are going to basically start dropping before it makes it to the screen. Where if you have an ultra short throw, your distance throw isn't there. You're boom, 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 right up against the screen. So you basically losing your quality when it comes to contrast and color and all that stuff. And brightness should be a whole lot better than a long throw. And if people say, but it's a 4,000 projector, you do know how the laws of physics work with light and all. You start off with 4,000, you don't end with 4,000. Depending on how far the distance and how much light you have in the environment plays a role on how your screen is going to react. And if the screen does have the capability to pick up whatever light that's left over, magnetize it, generate it, and bring it back to you. That's why you're watching me play a game outside where most screens don't even pick up. In an environment outside that most people in their homes right now can't even do because their environments are super dark because they can't pick up the image correctly. This is why they contact us. This demonstration alone by itself, sorry naysayers, crushes everything you have ever made in one video. 180-inch screen outside, no problem. I can even watch Star Wars outside if I want. See? Contrast, everything pulls up. That projector behind me is old and discontinued. It's in the Sony VPL FH30. So when I go to look up that projector to see how that projector was in its glorious days, it was all being displayed on white screens. And I'm talking about how beautiful the contrast looks and the color and this, that, and the other. And it looked absolutely horrible. Now, eventually they got a newer model and they got rid of that projector. And those projectors probably landed in landfills. Some of them probably went overseas. Some ended up on eBay on pallets. That's where landed that old outdated projector. This is the newer model. We go back and we send the company what we did to their old projectors. This is a projector you thought had no potential whatsoever. It did. It was very, very advanced. The problem is that the screen you displayed it on made the projector look stupid. It dumbed it down. Or we can take that same old projector and we can take it outside in an environment they could never take the projector at, display it on a screen size that they could never display it at, and we can produce images and colors just like that. This is why we don't go near new projectors. Because you can take a projector that old and you can make it look like this outside. Imagine what you could do with the newer stuff. Okay then, there we go. Just want to show you how it's done. When you guys talk about ambient light rejection technology, we consider people in the industry to be a joke. You're a joke to us. And the reason why is because you do not have ambient light rejection technology. Due to the fact that you have to be in an ambient light controlled environment. We don't use ambient light controlled environments. Lights on, lights off, that's as far as it works right there. The reason why that screen can maintain that image because it's used to being, it was designed downstairs in the basement. It was tested in the basement. And the light we have in the basement doesn't register or pick up. So that screen is used to being around tons and tons of ambient light on low lumens and high lumens and ultra short to projectors. So of course, if we take it outside at a whopping 180 inches at a projector that cost me $300 and I drop it back 23 feet, I can pull that image with no problem because it's used to that. Now, someone who's doing a product constantly in the dark all day long, well, if you take it out in a fully lit environment, it's going to wash out, especially if it's gray. It's definitely going to wash out even faster. Now let's go back to this P2. This is why we see demonstrations like this. Dark environment. This is the, what he got here is an ultimate screen setup. I'm going to get one of these. We can do one of these outside, but I don't want these inside the house. That's in the dark. I don't know why it's in the dark. They should not be in the dark. Somebody over here has, no, it's not it. I don't have it. Let's see. This is the best one I've seen so far. This is actually the best one I've seen so far out of all of them. Even though, like I said, he's probably using a very expensive screen, but it is the best one I've seen. Now, this one right here was misleading because this one has this is a 235.1 setting. And I know for a fact that the Optima does not have 235.1 capabilities. All he did was do a promo. He did a promo demonstration. That's it. He just basically did a promo demonstration on what the projector is supposed to be. But he has the setting here for the projector in 235.1, and these projectors don't do 235.1. The ones I haven't seen don't do it. Maybe it's a newer one. I wonder what he's using for his projection screen, because if he's doing what I think he's doing over here, that's pretty nice. Let's see what he has over here. I want to see that projector. Here it is right here. No, thumbnail, lie. I can't stand when they put the thumbnails and they're not real. And these are the promos, right? In the dark, always in the dark. What is the deal with the, oh, I forgot. Screens can't see contrast, that's what it is. Always in the dark, you know what it is. Every demonstration in the dark. Doesn't even match the promo demonstration. Who has this one right here? That is freaking nice. That's what I'm talking about. That is freaking nice. That's cool. I like that. So they got the projector here. Environment's way too dark. Look how dark the walls are right here. Definitely way too dark. Too dark. Look at the walls. That's bad. Walls are definitely just way too dark. Way too dark. Remember the first video we showed you? They were walking in, they had that screen up display. That's what I'm looking for. I want to see that exact same demonstration that the company advertised that projector. That's what I'm looking for. Closest I've seen was that one, and that was it. Let's see. Someone has over here the P1. Here's the P2. Let's see if this thumbnail actually matches the video. Nope. It's their promo video. So somebody took the promo video and put a fake thumbnail up there. That's a lose. That's definitely not going too well. Oh, great. Goodness, man. Always in the dark demonstrations. In the dark. You know his videos are going to be in the dark. There's no way in the world it's going to look the same way like we just saw in that promo video. We're looking for demonstrations. I want to see that projector in that same demonstration. Not in the same environment, but I want to see that same amount of light. That environment was lit, both of them. I want to see the same thing. Because if I'm shopping for a projector, I want to see what other people are, basically how they're perceiving the projector. And all the demonstrations I'm seeing are washed out. And they're in these really poor lit environments. So I want to see something that matches their promo demonstration. In the dark. Look at this. This is Crow sitting in the dark. Someone has this 4K laser projector. Let's see what they got. See if they're doing the same demonstration as the whatchamacallit. Judging by the background, they're in the dark. Definitely. Because there's nothing lighting up here or here, so they're definitely in the dark. So we can't find one freaking promo demonstration of anyone doing the demonstration of the same projector that's being displayed in their promo. What's this one right here? Oh, I'm sorry, that's us. We only want to do fully lit environments like that. This is my old setup. In here, I had to have all my toys out. I have quite a lot of toys. Guess where they're at? In the closet. That's where they're staying at. I don't feel the need. I've outgrown them. I don't want my environment looking like a GameStop at the end of the day. That's why I don't have this stuff littered all over my house downstairs, because I want my downstairs to look like an actual house, not a GameStop. Like every time somebody walks through my door, they want to pull out a GameStop card. No. These are just this. If I have no use for this, I had a room in here for this, which was this in here. After that, I took all that stuff and put it in the closet. Now, you see how this screen is producing in a fully lit environment? This is, if you're using a P2, should be in the same well-lit environment, not in the dark. See how you can make out all the objects in my environment with no problem? Nothing's casting shadows down here at the floor. So you can see everything crystal clear. This is how it's supposed to be. Good gracious, a lot of stuff. I got to get this stuff away because I'm not taking this stuff to the next house. I'm not. I'm gonna give it to my niece. My niece is a serious game collector. She's the only one who basically would appreciate this. I'm just gonna put it all, pack it up in a truck and just ship it over to her. But this is how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a fully lit environment if you're using a projector. Now, of course, if you're watching movies and stuff, yeah, but you're not gonna be watching movies every single day unless you got a dedicated theater room. If you got a dedicated theater room, yeah, then you're gonna be in there watching movies every day. I don't know if people have too many people to watch that watch TV. Sorry, watch TV in a dedicated theater room. Most of the people are going to be in there watching movies. That's what it's for. But basically, you're talking about something that's going to be in your living room. You're not going to be in there watching movies 24/7, especially if you don't have a TV in there. You're going to be using that right there in a fully lit environment. Look, I told you this projector was calibrated right there. Sharing my Optima P1 and P1 calibrating settings. He calibrates his projectors. We don't calibrate over here. That's why I tell people, at the end of the day, we don't calibrate. Calibrating your projectors, we don't do that crap over here. Look at it right here. You calibrate. We don't calibrate jack. That projector sitting outside, it's not calibrated. That's a 720p sitting out there, and not even in the dark. No calibrating, nothing. But let's see, I'm still trying to figure out if we can find any video demonstrations on that look like the one I'm looking at right here. Because this is what I want to see. I want to see the exact same demonstrations that they're advertising this projector on. This is what I want to see. This is what I got in my head. I want to see this right here. I want to see this environment right here. I want to see this much light in the environment. This is what I'm looking for. The closest one, and look at the size of the screen. The screen they got is a 120-inch screen that they have on display. They're doing 120-inch in a fully lit environment. So that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm hunting for. I'm trying to find any demonstrations done at 120-inch on this projector. This is a P2. I want to see that demonstration. So that's what I'm hunting for. This is what I'm looking for. See if I can find anything that matches that same demonstration. I saw that one down there, but it was like 100-inch, but at least that was better than the rest of them. This one right here, dark environment. Dark environment. What's the point of spending that money? That projector is designed to be used in a fully lit environment. Dark environment. Complete fail. Definitely complete fail. I'm not seeing it. Why in the world would I spend that kind of money for a projector? At the end of the day, you're not even going to be able to pick up that image in that fully lit environment because, like I said, that screen is washed out. And I already told you from the door, the only reason why that product can pull that image, because again, as I said before, if you play any video on that screen without that projector, your image washes out. Now it's funny how, look, this is what I find hilarious. Is this my house? I'm in my house. No, it's not my house on that mouse, because we'd have more light than that. What is the point of you showing somebody else? Why don't you do the same demonstration in your environment? I can never understand that. What's the point? It's like me going in and showing a screen of somebody else having a screen paint, but I'm not showing the actual video right there in the video, which means there's something wrong there. That shows you that you can't do the demonstration at all. Oh my goodness, man. This environment, and it is not somebody else's paint. Definitely using that environment in a much better way than yours because it's too dark. Why is your environment so dark? It's not matching the demonstration in the projector, so that's done. Moving on. In the dark, always in the dark. They have over here, they got a P1 in this one. Let's see what they got in this demonstration. How well that they got in here. What's this setup like? All right, showing the projector, that's all good and all, but I want to see what we got going on over here. That's what happens if you take that projector and you put it in a fully lit environment. They wash out. I know they wash out. You got a P1 in there. They wash out. If he was in the dark, he would pull a much better image. But that projector, again, like I said, watch this. This is in the dark. I'm telling you. I call this so many times, it's not even funny. This is what happens when you have experience and you're professional in the field. You can see stuff before it comes up. That's why I told you that when he had that screen on display, it was washed out so badly in the background. When he had it on the 42, it was washed out. He has to use that particular projector to make the screen look good. And even in that environment, it's still washed out. These are people who own these machines. If you look at the projector in a different point of light of view, if you notice when you look at it, that projector, I told you the screen was washed out. He has to turn the lights out. That's why he has to do demonstrations on a projector that powerful, because the screen is not giving the projector its performance as designed to do. It is dumbing his projector down. That screen paint is trash. There's another person who has it. But when in a fully lit environment, yeah. I love how they show this one with the lights on. They show the thumbnail, then they show the screen. They consider this to be acceptable. That is horrible. That is absolutely horrible. Where have I seen that before? Where have I seen an image that looks like this before? I wonder where. I'll show you where I saw an image that looks exactly like that. You see how washed out, you see that all that tannish look to the screen right here? That's not supposed to look like that, and especially not on an ultra short throw that's sitting right up on top of the screen. It's sitting right up on top of the screen, and the image is that badly washed out. Where have I seen that image before like that before? Let's go over here. Let's pull it up and see where I've seen that washed out image before. Where have I seen that washed out image before? Let me see. It looks familiar. Right there. This is why he was moving his hand in front of the camera so much, because the bookcase back here is completely washed out. It's washed out in a few places, but one of the colors that will wash out the fastest is red. Red, blue, and green wash out the fastest in a demonstration. That bookcase is completely washed out. That's completely washed out. A lot of people that were watching the demonstration, and he has the P2 running off of this. I want the P2. Yeah, he has to have the P2. Because if any other projector, if he had it, the P2 is running. If any other projector, oh great goodness, he had the P2 running in this. I wonder if he was running the P2. He would have to, because if he had a projector, remember, it would cast a shadow of the back of his head on the screen. He is running the P2. on this. Wow, didn't notice that at first. I didn't really notice it. I thought he was using another projector. But then again, if he was using another projector, even if it was sitting that close, it would have to be short though, or ultra short though, because he wouldn't be able to fill out the screen size because the projector would be too far if he was using a long throw. So he's actually using a P2 in that demonstration. That's not good. That definitely isn't good. Ugh, that's not good. Didn't notice that. I was looking at that, didn't notice that. He was actually on a P2 the entire time on that projector. Really didn't notice that. That's the performance of a $3,300 machine. Are you kidding me? That is pretty bad. That is extremely bad. That's a P2. That is definitely the P2 being fired up. So what we find bad about this, that is a P2 projector running. It's gotta be. Because like I said before, he doesn't have like 60, 70 projectors like we have over here. He can't be doing this on a long throw. So long throw is going to hit him and cast a shadow on the back of the screen. So that's going to be a problem. He's not doing this on a an ultra short throw, again, because you would see the light. That's being done on a P2 projector, and that is washing out really bad. Look how badly that's washed. Look how bad the red levels are washed out. That even, well, we're looking at this. This is actually matching as we can see. But look how badly the levels are washed out. He's so fixated on the house paint that he's not recognizing that his screen completely washed out altogether. It washed out. And this projector is sitting right against the screen. I told you, I've seen this image somewhere before, that washed out look to it. Somebody with that same projector, but he has a P2 in this one. And this one, like I said, completely washed out. Now his image gets better in that demonstration when he turns out the light, but that's how bad it is. You can't use these in fully lit environments. Well, you can use them, but like I said, you have to have a proper screen to do it. Now you see where it looks better? It looks much better because again, like I said, they have to go in and change your settings. They have to go in and put it in the dark. Remember when you're definitely going to be in a dark environment. That's definitely going to happen. The only way that the reason why those companies can produce that projector in that fully lit environment, because they have an expensive screen to make that projector look amazing. For anybody else, if you don't have that screen, well, your product either it's going to work or it's not going to work. Our technology doesn't have that problem. That's a dark environment. Anybody else got a fully lit environment here? I love how they show the window lights right here, but the windows right here on the thumbnail, but the screen is clearly washed out so badly. That's a thumbnail. We know that already. That's in the dark. Here's another demonstration in the dark. This is with the P2 in the dark. That is a dark environment. That's a very, very, very dark environment. As you can see, the whole environment is just completely dark. This is what you're going to turn your living room to at the end of the day. That is too dark. I'm not going to get into all that over there. Like, really not going to get into that. But I would say hoarders or pack rat would basically come to mind. Too dark of an environment. Way too dark. Look at today. Zoom up on the screen. They should show the entire environment. That's what you should be seeing. Too dark. And people understand what you mean by it's too dark. You shouldn't be in a dark environment with an ultra short throw, especially if it's an ultra short throw that's sitting literally right on top of the screen. The environment is way too dark. There's no way in the world you should be sitting in an environment like that. With an ultra short throw, you're literally sitting right up on top of the screen. How in the world are you in an environment that dark? My goodness, man. All you jokers want to sit out there and talk about, oh, what our environments are well lit. No, they're not. This is what you call well lit environment. We're outside with an Optima GT 5500 projector on a 140-inch screen. There's my screen outside. Doesn't make any sense. It's the screen. Your screen paints are horrible. The project, like I said, you got to spend the money for the big boy screens, but we can be outside on black technology on an Optima GT 5500 at 140 inches outside. And you guys are sitting in these dark environments talking about, look, the picture quality looks so amazing. No, you're in the dark. The projector is not designed to be in the dark like that. So when you guys are running your mouth about your ambient light, no, you do not have ambient light. Your environments are too dark. Ultra short throw projector, outside, 140 inches. This demonstration alone, by itself, puts all your ultra short throw demonstrations, even you certifies, to shame. Just that one demonstration right there. That projector is only designed to do 100 inches only, but we're at 140. So when somebody sits here and tells you, oh, well, no. It comes down to the screen. Without that technology, that projector couldn't do what it's doing right now. That's why he's sitting in the dark with that projector at the small screens he has. Mind you, the screen size he has is pretty small. So it's designed to push the pixels tighter, the sharper, brighter image. He is a closer distance to the screen, and he's still in a dark environment, just like the rest of them. If you're going to show me a projector that's sitting in a fully lit environment, sure enough, I want to test it. I want to get the same results as you show me in the promo, but better. That's not 4K. It's a 1080p projector, and we can do that outside. Have you seen anyone match that demonstration? Anyone? Any companies? Anybody else match that same demonstration? No. They can barely make it inside the house. How are you going to really make it outside? That's never going to happen. That's why I said we didn't even have to make new demonstrations. I could go back to my archives and I can pull up demonstrations that we've already done already. And I go, boom, here you go. Because when I watched the demonstration of Ultimate G5500, I was like, no one has this thing outside yet? Why? We took it outside. And yet you guys are sitting in environments like this. Your screens are washing out left and right. I didn't realize when I was staring at this screen that that's a P2 running right now. He's so fixated on the house paint. Did you realize your screen completely washed out? It washed out completely. That's why I kept on the objects in front of the screen. You washed out. You show me where. There's supposed to be a shelf right there somewhere. You washed out. This is supposed to be an environment on that projector. Are you kidding me? Look how dark the environment is. Yeah, your products work at the end of the day. No, they don't. You'd have done better if you basically threw away that screen paint and just went out and bought a $3,000 projection screen, because that's literally what you're going to need. You're not using our stuff at the end of the day. And your stuff definitely apparently doesn't work. This is how you do an ambient light projection demonstration. You do it outside, because if that projector can pull up out here with no problem, inside it's an absolute cakewalk. That's how it's done. Oh, this is a review we did against a guy with these screen paint pro screens against his product. That actually beat his product. Yep, and it's much cheaper too, much more affordable. So this right here is my Optima GT 5500 inside. So you can see the difference of how a real demonstration is done in a fully lit environment. This is how we do it over here. While you guys are sitting here, this is why I laugh at your demonstrations. Y'all can't even pull off the demonstrations correctly. There's my projector right there. I bought the 55 and the 56. You see the difference between my environment? Look at the difference between this environment here and this environment there. And showing the same window and door light that has nothing to do with the screen. What does this have to do with your screen? None of this is making contact with your screen. Look how dark that is. The reason why the door is not making any contact, because it's still dark along this wall right here. This isn't even making contact because it stops right here. Your sofa's dark right here, so nothing's coming up. So that little bit of light you have coming in is supposed to be an ambient light demonstration. Your environment's too dark. There's no way in the world that that window light's making contact, because all this is dark here. All this is dark over here. All this is dark down here. Compared to our demonstration right here. Man, so far I haven't seen any demonstrations at all. Not one demonstration at all in a fully lit environment as it's being displayed on the projector in the promo. Not one. So right there, the ends are right there. No, he's not using the projector correctly. The environment is way too dark. All the ones I've seen were not only just him, were extremely too dark. That projector should have been able to produce exactly the same way as it does in that promo demonstration in a fully lit environment. If they did their demonstration like that, no one would ever buy the projector, because you'd be stuck in the dark. You would rather just get a TV. So not just him, even all the other ones I saw. I just saw one of them. And this environment was okay, but it was nothing like what I saw in that promo demonstration. That was a 120 inch in a fully lit environment with no dark pockets anywhere. That's what I'm expecting to see if I'm doing a review and I'm gonna look back on this projector, who has it, how they're displaying it. Now, for me, I automatically know from the door what's happening. It's a screen failing. There's nothing wrong with the P2. The P2 is an amazing projector. The sad thing about it is it's just being displayed on products that don't work at the end of the day. And if he's claiming his product works on the P2, no, it doesn't, because I don't see the same demonstration that screen's displaying at the end of the day. You don't have have the same environment, but you should have equal the amount of light that they're using in that demonstration. And all the demonstrations I've seen in the dark. This is my Optima GT56 that I had. Look at the difference between my environment here, and mind you, your environment, well, that's washed out. We already know where that's going at. We had a conversation why his screen washed out. I hope that's not a P2 firing off right now with those colors coming up that bad. That's your environment. What is going on? Look how dark it is. Look at these pockets, dark corners. All this is dark. All this is dark, just dark. This is all darkness. So how in the world are you trying to show off saying you have this much light making contact with the environment, but the environment's too dark? The window light from here is not, it's going from here to here. That's it. That's why the sofa is dark. When you go past the sofa, all that's dark. If that light was really hitting that wall would be well lit. See the light here? Light doesn't physically turn and bend and go this way. It doesn't do that. You don't understand the laws of physical light. It's going to go where, see your door, how your door's on a slant? You're trying to get the light to go here, ricochet off the door, and come over here. That's not going to work. It didn't even reach. You know why? Look at your bookcases here. See how dark they are? If they go on, that light's not making any contact there. The reason why, you got a huge roof right here over top. That's blocking a lot of your light right there from the door. You don't even analyze any of this stuff before you do it, do you? Your curtains are not all the way up. I know these go all the way up, but then again, you got an awning that starts from here all the way from here. That's going to block any light from coming in directly because you got an awning there. That's why. But there's no way in the world. This a little bit of light here is making contact. If it did, your environment would be a little bit more better lit than this right here. Let's go back and see if we can get something where it's showing the environment. There we go. See how dark that is? See all these dark pockets you have here, here, and here, dark pockets there, there's dark pockets there. There's enough darkness in this environment for these LED lights to light up fully without any problem whatsoever of fading and washing out. All these dark pockets right here. Now, let's go over and let's analyze my video. This is my video right here. This is how well lit my environment is. I have actual condensed lighting making contact with my screen. My border is a massive white a border to collect more light. The walls behind it are bone white. And I have condensed lighting everywhere in the environment. There are no dark pockets anywhere, in any corners, anywhere at all. When you do a demonstration and you want to show ambient light, you show a demonstration. You don't fake it. I can't understand how they launch these YouTube videos and they think they're really doing ambient light environments. No, your environment is nowhere near on the scale of ambient light. See my floor? See the light reflecting off my hard wooden floors? Look at that. See the condensed lighting hitting here and hitting here? See how bright it is? We got light over by the fireplace. See how well lit that is? Do you see any dark pockets anywhere? Any dark pockets anywhere? No. You guys get all excited over freaking a little bit of ambient light in the environment. You think, oh yeah, it's pulling up. It's doing, no. No, it's a big difference. Big difference. Big difference. Your demonstrations have never matched any of our demonstrations, not one of them. I could go back to this demonstration we had, how many years ago? That was an 8 right there. 2 years ago, that was an 8. Not only you, it's not just him. It's a lot of people that are doing these demonstrations that are claiming. This is why I said that the projection screen industry is a joke to me because, again, they pour out a little bit of light in the environment and go, oh, look, it's ambient light projection. No, it isn't ambient light projection technology. It's not. Not even close. And the sad thing about it is the P2 projectors, any projectors, they are dumbing the projectors down because the screens are crap. Now, like I said, whatever they're using, and that promo for that freaking projector, I'm pretty sure it's a very expensive screen they got sitting there. Any of the demonstrators got very expensive screens. So unless you have one of those models or one of those expensive screens, that's the only way you're going to be able to use that projector. But for him to sit there and tell you that you're in a fully lit environment, yeah, right, that's bull crap. You're not in a fully lit environment. That environment is dark as dark can be. If I go to one of those projection streams where they have those guys bragging about their TVs and go, here's my demonstration right there. Like, man, if you don't get that nonsense, look how dark your environment is. Like, really? Why is it? They would question the daylights out of it. That's why he's not in there. That's why he's not in there. Then one of the things they'll say is, well, you have to use ultra short throws because if you don't ultra short throws, your screens can't pull up. Oh, no, 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 no. We're showing a demonstration sitting back with that projector on 180 inch outside. Changes that one too. Got to be to back it up. What was this, 126 inch too? Here's my other one set up. Yeah, they're misleading you on so many levels. It's not even funny. Like when you look at the projector, they never tell you what kind of screen. What they do tell you what kind of screen they're using. They do. I gotta be honest on that one. They do tell you what kind of screen you're using. There's my screen right there. Ultima GT55. My screen's 126 inches. That projector is only supposed to do a screen size of 100 inches only. That's why I said that's a bunch of nonsense when people sit there and they talk about, oh, I bought this projector because it does 150 inches. Like you can't do 150 on any other screen? No, only this one. Lie. Yes, you can. We've done them already before. We've done them inside. We've done them outside. Yes, you can. No problem. Yes, you can. No problem. It comes down to the screen, whether or not if you have the capability to do that screen size. Keep in mind, if you take an Optima P2 and you stick that on a screen that's already having a problem with ambient light, is having a problem with color, is having a problem with contrast, to take that projector and to expand it beyond what it's designed to do, you're definitely not going to have a screen that's going to look all that well. But our technology doesn't have that issue. We can maintain massive screen size on projectors that are not designed to go that big because our screens can still maintain color and contrast and white levels and all that good stuff at the end of the day in well-lit environments and not wash out or fade. So yes, you can go bigger if you want to. That technology gives you that capability instead of you dropping down $3,100 on a projector that's not even 4K at the end of the day. Because that's the only argument they have when they come in. They contact me and they go, well, why are you contacting me? It's such a good projector. We can't get the color to come up correctly. It's washed out. It's faded. We want the same thing you're using. Fully lit environment. We want that same image. We want that same contrast level. But you can't get it because your projector won't work on our technology. But why did you buy it? Well, I bought it because it's 4K. It's not 4K. We both know that. Why did you buy it? Oh, it does 150 inches. You bought it because no, the projector does 150 inches. That's a lie. Here's a demonstration of my projector right here. The biggest I've got, the Optima GT55, was 160 downstairs in the basement. Crystal clear from 1 inch to the next. And yet you got screens like this on 100 inches that are completely washed out. Somebody in the forum site, when we were looking at the video, not only, yes, they declare that the product, yeah, it's definitely house paint, but one of the things they point out, said, did you notice that's his screen paint is washed out? That's not supposed to look like that. That is so badly washed out. And then when I go back and I started watching it again, because I was fixated in just looking at the sample here, matching the screen, I didn't realize that through the whole demonstration where he had the lights on, his screen completely washed out. So what happened to the images that you're showing on this high-end projector that's supposed to produce these bright, vivid, sharp images? Right here, we have a washed out picture. Now, by the way, that's the test we did against a fellow on eBay versus his product. And yes, he beat his product with no problem. And he's much cheaper, much, much cheaper. That's us right there, outside of the motorized projection screen. You've seen those already. Right there? Yeah. All right. So this right here, you're showing an image here, right? So how come it doesn't look the same over here? What happened here? This is on a P2. I'm pretty sure it is. I can't imagine it being on anything else, because if you're sitting there and the projector's sitting in front of you, it'd be hitting you in the face and you'd be casting a shadow to the back of your screen. If that was a short throw would still have to be a little farther back and have to be a little higher up to be able to hit this and this if it's not sitting on the stand. A short throw sitting on the stand would be too close to the screen. The image would be about that small. So you'd have to have it back a little farther, and you would have to have a stand right there. As you were moving back and forth, that would have definitely gotten your way. So this has to be an Optima. It has to be your ultra short throw fired off. If it's anything else, it would hit you in the face and cast a shadow. Your head is right there in front of the screen. If it's right there, definitely would have nailed your head. Definitely would have had all this light in front of your face. Definitely would have pushed the image on the back of the screen, which means that's an Optima P2. You see how fast we can figure it out that quick? That's what goes on those forum sites. They can break your video down that fast, that quick. Like, so they notice everything. The guy sat there and noticed that when I had my LED light set up, he said, "You don't have crown molding put in. You should put that in there." They notice everything in there. But that's the only thing they got me on was the crown molding, which I should have it up there. We look more professional. He's right about that. But I'll do that later on after I finish decorating the room. So I sat there and told myself, well, we don't even know what size screen we want to put in there, because I do want to change the screen out, but I haven't decided we're going to go with yet. Motorized, 235.1, haven't figured it out yet. But anyway, so as you can see, he is using an Optima P2 in here, and look how badly the color's washed out. But like I said, he was so fixated on the network gray that he didn't notice his screen completely washed out all the way across. Colors are really, really, really bad. Washed up pretty bad on that one. So as you notice, the environment gets darker and darker, gradually starts to darken the environment because the picture quality starts to improve. That's something else to notice, slowly darken the environment. But even that doesn't help you in the end, because like I said, your screen is matching house paint, and this is what you should not be doing. Should never ever match house paint. So when you really think about it, the P2 pretty much will do the same thing on network gray 773. The exact same thing. There's nothing special about your paint at the end of the day. If you're saying your paint causes a P2 to have an enhancement, you have clearly lied. That paint's doing the same thing. Where's the bump? I've been looking at it here. Look at that. So the P2 does the same thing. So if it's a lot cheaper. But then again, like I said, you put it on that, you're still going to have a crappy screen. But you're matching that screen. So you want that same image I showed you in that demonstration? You ever seen the P2 promo before? You want that same demonstration? Well, I hope you got deep pockets, because it's going to cost you money. Because I guarantee you, at the end of the day, they went out and they spent $3,000, $5,000. They spent money for a very insane, expensive projection screen, because they want that screen to look amazing. And they know in order for it to do that, to get that projector to produce that image, they're going to have to spend the money for an expensive screen. And that's what they did. So you want that same image you saw and you buy that P2, guess what you're going to have to do? It's going to cough up a couple $1,000. That's what you're going to do. Our technology doesn't have that issue. We can make an Optima GT55 produce outside, like I said, with no problem. That's easy for us. I can do an Optima GT55 in a fully lit environment. No problem. But you're talking about a P2, which is way beyond an Optima GT55 or 56, is producing this. I can't find one demonstration to match the promo. Not one. Let's go over and let's hunt for an Optima GT5500 as the one I used to have. Let's see how many people, let's look at the promo they have for that demonstration compared to our demonstration. Which one's better? Let's see. 5500 55. Oh, sorry, GT, my bad. There we go. So let's see the promo demonstration on this projector, because I like to do this. This is what I like to do. I like to go back and check out the demonstrations on these projectors. This is the review. I want to see the actual projector right there. That's the 55. So this is the demonstration I have. I told you, all demonstrations with ultra short throws, they set them up for TV surroundings. This is what the projector is designed to do. You're not supposed to be in a dark environment with that projector. Now, if you're watching movies and stuff, yeah, but majority of most people that are going to be in this setting are not going to be watching movies 24/7. They got their Netflix hooked up to it. They got their Fire Stick. They're going to be watching TV. They're going to be gaming, this, that, and the other. They're going to treat it like a TV. And at movie time, the lights go out. Boom. That's how they do these commercials for these big promos. So you're going to have your lights out. Now, if you got a dedicated theater room set up, the odds of you going there to watch TV is not going to be great. You're not going to go in there and watch TV. You're going to go in there to watch movies. That's what it's set up for. That's why you have another screen someplace else that's set up for that setting. So you see how they got that in a fully lit environment? But here we go again. Dark environments. That's our screen outside. Ultima GT55 outside. We beat their promo demonstration. Because in their promo demonstration, they're in a fully lit environment. But in our demonstration, we took it outside into the demonstration. We beat their demonstration. That's the difference about what we do and everybody else. I can do a demonstration that alone on how many promo demonstrations we literally beat on their own screens, their own projectors. Good gracious, another ad? Freaking YouTube is freaking milking it, man. I am milking it. Let's put an ad within an ad. God, we just came out of one. We got another one coming. Oh. But look at this. See that right there? That's what I'm talking about. We beat their promo ad. I go watch their promo ads all the time. I always watch them. Anytime I buy a projector, I go watch their promo ad to figure out how they were displaying the projector. Then we beat their own promo ad. Where you guys, at the end of the day, can't even beat the freaking ad for the freaking P2. Which is in a fully lit environment at 120 inches display. And you still can't, I haven't seen one demonstration either match or beat that promo. Outside, can't get any more ambient light than outside, can you? At 140 inches, not at 100 inches, which that screen is designed to do. That's a 140-inch screen. The screen itself is 180. You can pick up an angle game with no problem. That's when I first saw the projector, when I was going to buy it. I was like, 100 inches? What the frick am I going to do with 100 inches? My screen's 126. I can't run this. And I thought, oh yeah, this is black technology. We don't have to worry about that crap. We're just going to bring it up to 126 inches. And that's what we did. That's why we had this demonstration. This demonstration beat their promo demonstration right here. This is why we get contacted by projector companies, because we beat their own promo demonstrations. And that screen's jet black. Now you see why we received the hate mail. Now you see why we received the angry letters and all that stuff, and people try to taint our product. Yeah, because you're jealous at the end of the day. I can go back to my old stuff and I can show you demonstrations that you still can't even catch up to. You're worrying about our products now. You can't even catch up to my old products, my old demonstrations. I can make this a challenge right now. Y'all couldn't even catch up to it. How about y'all take your ultra short those outside and display on 140 inches outside? Oh, y'all can't do that, can y'all? We did that many years ago. Come on, man. I'm not even going to bother. Next time I give you challenges, if I have the time, I'm not even going to bother giving you challenges. I'm going to go back to the old stuff. Have you see if you can match our old stuff? Because the demonstrations I see, y'all don't do ultra short those like this. This is how well the environment's supposed to be. If someone's going to sit there and tell me that the reason of this projector is designed so I can use this in a fully lit environment and I don't have to turn my house into a cave at the end of the day, and I can sit there and I can watch my TV and sports and whatever and treat it like a TV, I expect it to do that at the end of the day. Not be stuck in a dark environment with a window, poorly lit windows out, the windows barely hitting the screen, and like a door open, and the environment's got pockets of dark all over the place. We probably gonna get some emails. We got an email from him today, a few minutes ago, ranting about something. I don't know what it is. We just block him, go about our business. And even here, you're in the dark. And your screen is just washed the freak out. House paint. That's what he's mad about. That's what he's ticked off. But mind you, you did the video. We just magnified it, pointed it out exactly where you were trying to hide something at. That's really bad. This is the part real quick. This has nothing to do with the projector, but this is the part that everybody in the forum site was watching. And they were like, why is he walking in front of the screen? Why is he putting an option? He's trying to block the image so you couldn't see it. I don't know what that would have done because you watched most of the demonstration anyway, so you knew it was basically matching the screen, but he kept coming back and walking in front of the screen. One was like, why does he keep touching the camera? Dropped the camera, picked it up, pointed in another direction, had the camera on a tilt like this. I don't know what was going on. And then they were talking about the box at the bottom. Like, why is there 3 screens? There's not 3 screens. That's a box holding up the screen. Now watch this. Bam, right there in the front. That's what everybody sat there and said. If you're doing a demonstration, as you see me, if I'm doing a certified demonstration, which you just streamed me do a couple of days ago, I don't put things in front of the screen because the audience is trying to look at the comparison. So why would I take a box and stick it right up in the front so you can't see it? His screen was washing out really badly right over in here. It's washing all over here, but mostly right here it's washing out pretty bad. But you took the box. You could have put that right here. You had enough room to put it here. And you didn't have to show this off. You could have waited to the end of the demonstration and say, hey, look, this is what we're using, so and so and so. But you blocked the entire image. Did that multiple times. And then pulled out objects out of the box. Again, blocking the screen again with the filters. Block the screen again. Okay, block the screen with the mat with glasses. Blocks the screen again. That should never be anywhere near that screen. Never be near the screen at all. Period. You shouldn't be anywhere in this area at all, blocking anything. Look. Takes the box, moves his head in the box at the same time, and blocks the screen. That's evidence showing that they pointed out in the room when they was watching the video. That's clear evidence pointing out that you have just realized that your screen just matched that product. And now you're trying to basically right around this time, as in touching the camera over and over again, knocking it over, stuff like that, trying to keep people from seeing. But it's too late. Everybody saw enough already. But that should never be here. Look how much of the screen he blocked out. And he can see what's going on because there's a camera right here in the front being displayed, the image, so he can see what's going on in the back. Yeah, there's your buddy busted. They got this right there. If actually screenshotted this. Now you got somebody written scammer over the top of it. Not us. We don't do that stuff. But somebody else did it. Because apparently it must have been one of your customers who bought that product. Watching you sit there and block that screen like that so nobody can see. That's when you realize that you messed up. That screen should have never came that close to matching at all, period. Watch the hand movements. If I do this in front of a camera, it's going to be hard for you to see the camera. Hand shouldn't be there. Should never be there. If I'm doing a demonstration on a certified screen, my hand's not supposed to be anywhere near that screen at all. You deliberately put your hand in front of the camera. We're gonna do a video probably on Wednesday. They want us to break it down. How many times did he stick his hand in front of that camera? Look, got up. Now he's touching the screen like it's dirty. He did that multiple times. There was one on the snowboard, and he just blatantly just got up and just walked boom, right in front of the screen. Everybody like, wow. Yeah, he did it a lot. He bumped in front of the screen a lot. Look. I have no idea how you're explaining this. It's like literally just watching somebody run their car into the side of another car, and clearly everybody got pictures of, and you go, "Oh, that wasn't me. That definitely wasn't me." So apparently you must have twins or something, because man, I don't know how you explaining this. I guess that's the best he could do is try to figure out how to get around it, because you can't cut the stream. You can't do that. That's gonna show guilt. I don't know how to get around that. That's really hard to get around. Man, some people never felt your pain at the end of the day. They were like, good gracious, man, that's pretty bad. Look, again, hand in front of the screen again. Look, again. Not supposed to have your hand there. Hand is not supposed to be in there. See, he's turning around circles. There you go. Not supposed to do that. Nope. No. Look, that's just messed up. And that's a P2? That looks that bad? God, it's horrible. It's not so much his product match, and we all know his product match, but look how bad the color is. Wow. Do you have any idea what that projector is designed to do? Do you have any how powerful a P2 projector is? It's quite an impressive piece of machinery. Look at that. Look how washed out that looks. That's why I told you, your projector will only work as good as the screen is being displayed. And that is a short throw at that, which means ultra short throw. It's sitting right up on top of the screen. And look how washed out that is. Look at the reds here. That's all washed out. Like I said, he's so fixated on trying to basically show that his screen is not matching it, which it is, that he's not noticing that his screen washed out horribly. That's not supposed to look like that. Oh, it's so badly. That is so bad. Oh. That is so bad. You see how well lit environments are? Our rooms are not dark. Our rooms are always well lit. The sad thing about that is, like I said, the P2 has amazing capabilities, and it does. The sad thing about it is that you'll never ever see it unless you have either our technology or you can spend the money for a very expensive high-end screen. But the other screens I've seen so far, usually most people are going to be displaying that projector, when I've seen from most of the screens, are probably going to be like a light gray or maybe like a silver. Maybe they may display it on a white screen. But as you can see, all those demonstrations were done in the dark. I haven't seen any demonstrations match the promo of that actual video, of that screen. None of them are producing those demonstrations. And again, not to say that the P2 doesn't have the capability. It does. The sad thing about it is the screens out there that are being displayed on do not have it. LG demonstration. But that background is never supposed to be that washed out. And it should never be that washed out. At all, period. Clearly something's definitely wrong with the screen. I'm gonna go get my my sound up here. This is what you're supposed to be seeing. It's not supposed to be washed out. Dad, you want to get at the whole time? I'll figure something out. That's that. Yeah, you're not only, like I said, that P2 is just being dumbed down, and that demonstration, it really is being dumbed down, that demonstration. But that screen color is washed completely out. Definitely washed completely out. Mm-mm. I need to go back one. There we go. Try to get my keystone to adjust a little bit here. No. Maybe that's better. That's better. Yeah, that's the problem you have right there from the door. That whatchamacallit, the color on it is so poor. That's supposed to be washed out. The color's supposed to pop. Now, see right there on the bookcase? The bookcase And his demonstration, I told you that how he's dumbing down the P2. You're supposed to be able to see the shine that's coming off the individual soldiers. See it right there? This is how it's supposed to look. We're next to an open window. We're in a fully lit environment. We do these demonstrations. And I'm not on ultra short though, which means I'm not sitting right up on top of my screen. This is supposed to be deep red all the way across. This is why I told you at the P2, any projector you put on a gray screen, it's just automatically going to dumb it down right from the door. We're right next to an open window. My screen, I got to measure it. My screen is probably about a good, maybe about 110. But look at this. This is how it's supposed to look. And again, no ultra short throw. My projector's not sitting right up on top of the screen. This is why I said if we had this on a white screen, that projector over there would not be able to do what it's supposed to do. Or a gray screen. But you're supposed to be to see the individual soldiers, see the individual shine it right there at the bottom of the base. This is what you're supposed to be picking up. This is how it's supposed to look. But when you come in here, and you're looking at the bookcase, this is why he kept sticking objects, not only that to block the screen, but he realized his colors are so barely washed out. See if we can get it before he throws that box up there and blocks that and try to block the screen as much as possible again. Never seen anybody do this in front of a demonstration. Never seen people deliberately just throw stuff up to try to block the screen as much as possible. Should never be doing demonstrations like that at all. When he blocked it at the screen, there we go, we got it there without the box. We had to find an area there where he didn't block it with the box. You see how washed out that looks? It's not supposed to look like that. You spend $3,300 for a projector and your image looks like that. That is pretty bad. That is really, really bad. And that's definitely not matching the promo. Look at the demonstration right here with the girl and all the stuffed animals. You see how washed out that is? That is super, super washed out. You can't even see the black in her hair right here. The black levels are gone, not even there. That's supposed to be vivid and bright. That is so washed out. Reds are washed out in the corner. The greens are definitely washed out over here. And the white level is definitely dim. That's not the way it's supposed to look. You got to learn to do better demonstrations, man. I didn't notice that. Somebody pointed that out. They was like, what projector is he using at demonstration? I'm pretty sure it's probably a P2 he's using. It's like, why is the image so washed out? The image is really super washed out. And like I said, looking at the house paint and looking at it, thinking like, wait a minute. She's right. It is washed out. This is how it's supposed to look. Do you see the individual brown bears? There's the red animals on that side. Look how black the hair is, the skin tones. Look how green the frog is in the background. This is supposed to be all well lit. And there's crowns in the background, which you probably couldn't make out because the screen was washed out. You couldn't even make out the detail in the freaking stuffed animals. The bear in the front right here, you couldn't make out any of that because the screen was washed out. It's a shame. That P2 projector, no, that thing does not look like the promo at all. What projector we're using? Chrissy LW401. Let's look at the promo for that one. You see how the image is supposed to look? This is how your image is supposed to look. That's why I said that projector behind me is only going to be able to produce as well as the screen this is being displayed on. And this is the image that you're seeing here. On a P2 projector that's supposed to have millions and millions of color capabilities, and yet, look at that. That's horrible. That's absolutely horrible. Should never look like that. I didn't realize that. I mean, like I said, I was so fixated on seeing the screen match house paint that I didn't realize that the screen was washing out. And that is horrible. And let me get on out of here and go back to this over here real quick. No, we're not finding anything matching the promo. Let's go over here and let's see if we can find the Chrissy. LW, I think mine's a 401. Is mine 401? 401. See what kind of demonstrations they have on that projector. Of course, this would be all me because I'm a Chrissy fan. So yes, all these promos are me. This is definitely all me. I'm a big fan of Chrissy. Chrissy knows that from the door. I believe I bought this many Chrissy projectors. We literally have more demonstrations on the Chrissy than the Chrissy has on their promos. Yeah, this is all me. I have more demonstrations than Chrissy has on their own promos. All right, is this right here? This is a Aston Home Cinema projection screen, 224. Been there, done that. A nice screen though. There's another Chrissy. That's a Chrissy. Yeah, we do. We have more. We got more demonstrations on the Chrissys than the Chrissys themselves. All right, we're not gonna find any of them. I'm gonna check something real quick before we leave out of here. As I said before, no, I'm not seeing the same demonstrations as I seen on the P2 promo. Not seeing it. All the demonstrations I've seen, I've seen one of them was actually pretty good, but the rest of them, oh, they don't match the promo. They're not matching the promo. I didn't see anything, and definitely his videos don't match any of the promos at all, period. He's sitting there in the dark. Not even doing exactly what the technology was developed to do. And now it's being used in a fully lit environment. So this is a promo for the Chrissy projector, not the Chrissy projector, for the let me see. Switching in the wrong selection. I'm not supposed to be there. I said here. Oh no, that is me. Wait a minute. Okay, we need the actual promo. Where's the promo at? That's not them right there. I want to see if they're promo on that video. Every last one of these I've seen were in the dark. In the dark. Same projector, sitting in the dark. Man, here we go. That's the promo right there. I forgot mine's live. It looks just like the whatchamacallit, but it doesn't. This is it right here. Look at this. Is the same projector right here. The P2 projector. This is supposed to be flawless. You're in the dark. And the contrast levels are washed out. Yeah, contrast levels are washed out. Big time. You know, we can do a segment. Does your product actually see contrast? It doesn't. The contrast levels are so washed out. This is supposed to be jet black. I know these demonstrations right here. This is supposed to be jet black. That's not jet black. That is freaking gray. That is definitely gray. That's not black. That is actually gray. Do you have any idea what black actually looks like at the end of the day? All right, we're done here. As again, we didn't see, I'm going to go back to this, but my goodness, man, this is bad. Why are you in the dark with the contrast level? All right, let me come out of here real quick. I'm going to go back to this P2 and show you exactly what you're supposed to be looking at. Because you should be matching the promo video. That's what you should be matching. This is the promo video right here. This is what you're supposed to, this is what the projector is designed to do. See how well lit that environment is? That's how it's supposed to do. You're not supposed to be in a dark environment with a screen that's washed out that you can barely see, because if any light hits the screen, it's supposed to wash out. But like I said, the people that are probably doing this demonstration on this projector is probably using, and they're definitely using a high-end expensive projector. So if you use this on a gray screen paint product, your screen's going to wash out, it's going to wash out, but you're going to be seeing in the dark. All the other ones I've seen, I'm pretty sure they're probably white screens or probably like a light gray screen paint or something. That's what they're probably doing. It's bad. That is really bad. That is really, really bad. This is good. This is amazing. This demonstration right here is amazing. But like I said, at the end of the day, they're using a very expensive projector. And they're also, too, the way that the environment's set up, that they're basically blocking the screen from any real serious ambient light, because it's tucked away in these little corners here and here. If you go over to the far end where the window's at, they still have a great deal of light hitting the screen. Where the window's sitting at right here, as you can see, they got a window here, but that window light's really not going to make any access to the screen at all, period. Not that much, to tell you the truth. Why isn't this all the way up? They don't never put the windows all the way up. Why not? That'd probably be too much light hitting here. But like I said, they put the lights in here and lights in here. It's a well-decorated area, to tell you the truth. But still, the screen's doing a much better job than most of the videos I've seen. But I don't know why the window's halfway here. This needs to be all the way up. Yeah. This is why I don't like to do the certified screens. They do basically at the end of the day go in and do these demonstrations with ambient light controlled environments. But that window needs to be up. I'm going to come out of here. We're done here. I got to see this real quick. We got something else to do to talk about also too. So I'm out of here. We're done. I got one more demonstration to talk about, and it has to be brought up. Gotta go, and God bless.